not why they got banned. They very clearly got banned because they were fighting against the Zog, the H-1B machine, and you've got these soulless ghouls like Elon Musk and Vivek, these people who aren't even real Americans because they don't come from the white European stock that we do.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Destiny, and I believe his name is PF Jung, something like that, but basically Destiny just starts freaking out and gets absolutely destroyed in this debate. So check this clip out of Destiny getting wrecked.
Very fine people on both sides lie as one of the reasons they turned on, let's say, your side broadly.
Okay.
Dan Legrand just said this. And I saw the video and I was like, wait a minute, for 4 years, I thought he said Nazis were very fine people. Then I see the video and that was bullshit. So in my mind, that's an example of indisputably, I wish I would trust you more, not that it matters to you, but I would trust you more if you were as quick to go after that type of lie that Biden puts forward, or the left or whatever broadly, as you would all the lies that Trump does put forward.
So the lies that Trump puts forward are far more egregious, and I don't even necessarily consider that
hold on,
to be a
but
lie.
consider this.
Yeah.
That he did not say that Nazis were very fine people.
He said that there were fine people on both sides of that protest. That was a really weird thing to say at a Tiki Torch rally. No, was it not? We can watch the video of Trump saying it if you think that.
Yeah, watch the whole thing. Watch the whole thing.
Where's the fucking
very fine people on both sides.
Is it?
You don't have to watch if you don't want it.
I mean, we can people on both sides. No. It's always good to have the video, or whatever.
Primary evidence.
You're putting what you're.
I think it's 1 minute and 40 seconds, probably.
Is this in the Wallace debate, or is that when he just does stand back and stand by? Okay, then
no.
It's press
That's
conference.
stand back and stand by. That's different.
Okay, here we go. There you go. Press conference here. You ready?
Okay, I've seen it before. You could.
Oh, you want me to just listen? Okay, I'll just listen to it. I'll time to do it. I'll just watch it on my stream.
Okay.
Hold on.
Calling alt left and white supremacists on the same moral plane.
I'm not putting anybody on a moral plane. What I'm saying is this. You had a group on one side and you had a group on the other, and they came at each other with clubs, and it was vicious, and it was horrible, and it was a horrible thing to watch. But there is another side. There was a group on this side, you can call them the left, or you've just called them the left, that came violently attacking the other group. So you can say what you want, but that's the way it is.
On both sides, you said there was hatred, there was violence.
Well, I do think there's blame. Yes, I think there's blame on both sides. You look at both sides. I think there's blame on both sides, and I have no doubt about it, and you don't have any doubt about it either. And if you reported it accurately, you would say.
They showed up in Charlottesville. Protested.
And you had some very bad people in that group. But you also had people that were very fine people on both sides. You had people in that group, excuse me, I saw the same pictures as you did. You had people in that group that were there to protest the taking down of, to them, a very, very important statue and the renaming of a park from Robert E. Lee to another name. George Washington was a slave owner. Was George Washington a slave owner? So will George Washington now lose his status? Are we going to take down, are we going to take down statues to George Washington? How about Thomas Jefferson? What do you think of Thomas Jefferson? You like him? Okay, good. Are we going to take down the statue? Because he was a major slave owner. Now we're going to take down his statue. So you know what? It's fine. You're changing history. You're changing culture. And you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that.
So at 2:03 in this, he says, I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis. They should be condemned totally, whatever. But prior to this, he's both sizing the fuck.
Very fine people on both sides. Yes, on the argument about whether or not you should rename statues of slave owners, which is, there are very fine people on both sides of those.
It wasn't about whether or not you should rename statues. It was in reference to this particular rally that had Tiki Torch marchers.
Then who was he saying was very fine people on the left side?
Well, it's just him both sidesing everything. What do you mean?
So in other words, not in any way endorsing white nationalists or the neo-Nazis who he condemned totally 40 seconds later.
It was a neo-Nazi. It was a neo-Nazi march rally.
Look.
It's just him trying to both sides it.
Then, okay. Who? It was not. He's not referring to just the rally. He's referring to the people who said there is the rally, and then there are other people who are like, well, I'm not obviously part of the rally, but
both sides,
you know, I don't think we should take down statues of Robert E. Lee, which is fine. You can have a discussion about that. There are very fine people on both sides of that argument. Some people don't want to take them down. I don't care. I'm not Southern, so whatever. But the idea, and I know, and you know that, and I know that everyone watching knows that that is an argument that is ongoing, which is clearly what he's referring to. Otherwise, why would he have 40 seconds later condemn them, the white nationalist people who were doing the rally?
Because when he gets ultra pushed, eventually he'll do it. He did it with Wallace. He did it kind of with the Proud Boys.
Okay, so here's what I was saying. This is my question, I guess. why is that such a common red pilling quote experience for normies like Daniel Negreanu? That they hear it all the time and then they see the full clip and they go, "Oh my God." Why do you
because
think that's
people
the
like
case?
you are willing to provide cover for it.
See, fuck that. What do you think? I'm influencing Daniel
Here's a
Negreanu?
question. Here's a question. I don't even know if you'll be able to engage
ahead.
with this. Here's a question. You say
Probably
I want to
not.
be politically effective, right?
I say you want
Do you agree? You think I'm trying to be politically effective, right? So I'm trying to communicate with people, right?
you.
Yes.
Do I agree
Yeah.
that you're? Yes, you
Let's say
want
I'm
to
trying
be politically
okay.
effective.
So
I don't know.
here's a
Well,
question. Here's
yeah,
a question.
okay.
What do you think is more egregious? Okay, this lie about what Donald Trump said, or the fact that you will never get a single conservative lawmaker, not randos on fucking Twitter, to acknowledge that most of the BLM protests were peaceful? And then my next question is going to be why is it that they can characterize a year's worth of protests as all being violent, and that's okay, and they will never disavow that, and like you will never ask them to disavow it, and people like you will never say, well, I stopped listening to Republicans because they characterized an entire fucking summer's worth of protests as one thing. You will never say that. If I would, I'll bet you, do you have a PayPal? I'll give you $200 right now. Okay, I seriously will. I'll transfer it to you if you can show me at any YouTube
That's
video,
it?
any PayPal. Yeah, $200 right now. Have you ever condemned Republicans for not accurate, for saying like, oh, why do you guys keep saying they were all violent? Why would you guys acknowledge that most of them were peaceful? I'll pay by $200 right now in a single video or a single tweet we've ever said that ever. Where you said, why haven't
And I've
Republicans
defended the Black Lives Matter riots and people criticizing them.
No, where you've said to Republicans, why won't you acknowledge that most of these were peaceful?
Most of my. Okay, I can't show you that.
Okay, I know you can't. So tell me why
Well,
the difference.
tell me why.
I'm
Tell me
asking
why I
the
can't show you that
difference.
video. Tell me. Hold on. Why can't I show you that video?
For some reason, you guys only listen to the propaganda from the conservative side. So I'm asking you. So hold on. No, wait. So what that tells me is I need to lie more if I'm trying to be politically effective, because the conservative lie is a million times worse. But this was enough to change you. We're not lying enough. That's what's being said to me.
If that is your conclusion, I cannot save you from your own doom, Destiny.
Okay.
Your name is your fate. Your destiny is your. I don't know. Destiny is your destiny. The reason I don't talk, the word Republican and Democrat almost never comes up in any. It maybe comes up in every 8th or 10th video I make, because I talk mainly about, like, let's just talk about Black Lives, like the Black Lives Matter ideology and systemic racism and all that stuff.
Okay.
You view things from a primarily political lens.
Yeah, but you know all of
Like
the.
political-
How do you happen to know all of the talking points from the conservatives then? This is why I hesitated when you were like, poker's not political, right?
I know all the talking points of the left wingers.
Okay, hold on. Maybe you just don't talk to any right wingers about politics. Do you just not talk to any right wingers about politics?
I talk. What? No. Where are you getting that conclusion from? What? No.
You don't talk to any right wingers about politics.
Oh, I do.
You do.
I just gave the example of it, like on YouTube, or what do you mean?
Like, are there any conversations?
Do I know people that are intelligent
Are
and
there
conservative
any
who I disagree with? Yeah.
Are there any conversations you've had on YouTube or Twitter where you are giving the common retorts to the right-wing conspiracy, the right-wing nonsense? Because you've had every right-wing thing in your mind to counter the left-wing stuff. Russiagate was fake and nobody was actually convicted of conspiracy. The USS Liberty and the Israel controls the U.S. To our detriment talking points. This was the worst lie, the both sides things about Trump. And I'm sure there are others that we could think about. Have you ever done any equivalent thing right here to somebody on the right, ever in any conversation, ever? A single time on any YouTube video, any tweet?
Clearly, you did not watch my Candace Owens Champion Spotlight.
Okay.
Did you see it?
I probably watched it, but this is like explicitly a meme video.
Oh, Destiny. And here lies our fundamental disagreement. You think rational arguments on YouTube are the best way to convince people, and I think memes are.
Okay, but you gave me rational arguments that defended all the conservative conspiracies.
I think
here.
rational
You didn't
argumentation
think
is
about it.
important.
You gave me the real thing about Russiagate was fake. You gave me the real thing about this both sides argument.
That-
You had the
that
real
I-
example of people being turned. You had the real example of the USS Liberty. But when it comes to conservative criticism, it's all memes, right? This is the issue. This is what I'm saying. Trump can do no wrong. Like, you will always have a meme, always a joke. Sam Hyde is a joker. He's hilarious. He's epic. Like, there's always a meme. There's always a joke. None of it is serious. But bro, cancel culture,
it would feel
trans people in
dishonest.
bathrooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Again, part of my hesitancy with the Sam Hyde thing is I have not watched as much stuff as I've watched of yours.
Okay.
The fact that I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt, despite the individual horrible fucking things you've said, I feel like I'm obligated to give that attitude towards Sam Hyde as well. There's also another weird aspect of, like, now that, I mean, you're a public figure. I guess I'm a semi-public figure now as well. So, like, I'm not going to shit talk Sam Hyde when I haven't talk to him directly. Whereas if I was talking to him directly, I'd be like, hey, Sam, why are you cozying up to the Nick Fuentes people who hate Wife Jack? Like, it's kind of fucking weird, don't you think? It's kind of anti-religious in every possible way. It's kind of exactly the kind of degeneracy that you criticize the left for. Like, that's what I would ask him. And I would honestly challenge him. Now, he'd probably be harder to argue with because you just argue with rational. So you have you're the best within it.
His arguments would be rational. He would say something along the lines of,
maybe, I don't know.
He would say something, I can tell you what he would say. I know what he would say. He would say something along the lines of like, maybe these people got banned for breaking the TOS. And if that was the case, he might be okay with it. But that's not why they got banned. They very clearly got banned because they were fighting against the Zog, the H1B machine. And you've got these soulless ghouls like Elon Musk and Vivek, these people who aren't even real Americans because they don't come from the white European stock that we do. And that's the reason why they were banned. They were shut down for opposing the Jewish machine to control Americans and what white people need to be, which is bred out and hating themselves. That's what his response would be, 100%.
That's part of the debate there I'm going to show for you. If you want to go see the whole thing, I think it's on Destiny's channel. Not too sure, but let me know what you guys think. Who won this debate, Destiny or PF Chang's? I don't know. Let me know. Peace.